The INFJ Dilemma, Balancing Empathy with Self-Preservation. People with the INFJ personality are known for their deep empathy and intuitive understanding, often face a unique dilemma, balancing their overwhelming capacity for compassion with the need for self-preservation. If you're an INFJ, you may feel the world struggles acutely and find it hard to set boundaries without feeling guilty. Today, we'll explore why empathy can be a double-edged sword for INFJs, the psychological reasons behind this, and, most importantly, practical strategies for balancing empathy with self-preservation. INFJs are one of the rarest personality types. Their profound empathy is part of what makes them unique, but this strength also has its challenges. Due to their intuitive and feeling preferences, INFJs feel the emotions of others deeply, sometimes even more than their own emotions. This depth of feeling allows them to connect with people in a way that few others can, but it can also lead to emotional exhaustion. Studies suggest that individuals with high empathy, like many INFJs, are more susceptible to emotional burnout. The brain regions associated with empathy, such as the insular and anterior cingulate cortex, can become overstimulated, leading to empathy fatigue if boundaries are not set. INFJs don't just understand emotions, they absorb them. This tendency can create an internal conflict. They want to help others but often find themselves overwhelmed by their emotional intensity. For an INFJ, even witnessing someone's distress can lead to a sense of personal responsibility to alleviate it. This empath dilemma is often rooted in the INFJ's mirror neurons, which are more active in people with high empathy. While mirror neurons allow INFJs to mirror emotions effectively, they also create a heightened sensitivity that makes separating their own feelings from others difficult. Empathy can sometimes lead to unintended consequences, such as emotional exhaustion, identity loss, and even resentment. Many INFJs feel they can't say no without risking guilt or a sense of failure. This can trap them in a cycle of giving without taking the time to recharge. Imagine an INFJ friend who always listens to others but often neglects their own needs. Over time, they may feel drained, and this prolonged emotional exposure can lead to empathy fatigue. Dr. Judith Orloff, an expert on empathy, explains that empaths who do not set boundaries are more likely to experience anxiety, depression, and chronic stress. This aligns with the experiences of many INFJs, who often struggle with feelings of being too much or not enough. Why INFJs need to prioritize themselves. For INFJs, self-preservation is not just about avoiding burnout, it's about sustaining their ability to connect deeply and genuinely. By preserving their own energy, INFJs can maintain their mental health and continue to offer the meaningful support they value. Self-preservation involves setting healthy boundaries, taking time to recharge, and learning to say no when necessary. For INFJs, this can mean taking quiet time each day or setting limits on emotionally draining interactions. Practical strategies for balancing empathy and self-preservation. 1. Acknowledge your limits. INFJs can benefit greatly from recognizing their limits. Knowing where to draw the line helps prevent emotional overload and creates a foundation for sustainable empathy. Identify activities and interactions that drain you and those that energize you. Use this insight to prioritize where you invest your emotional energy. 2. Practice compassionate detachment. Compassionate detachment allows INFJs to empathize without absorbing. By mentally separating yourself from the other person's emotions, you can remain supportive without compromising your emotional health. For INFJs, practicing compassionate detachment can make interactions less draining while allowing them to remain compassionate. 3. Use I statements to set boundaries gently. Setting boundaries doesn't have to be uncomfortable. Using statements, like "I need some time to recharge," makes it easier to communicate your needs without sounding confrontational. Research shows that I statements reduce defensiveness in conversations, allowing for better understanding and respect of boundaries. 4. Schedule regular downtime. INFJs need regular downtime to recharge. Scheduling alone time, even if it's just a few hours each week, can restore their energy and allow them to re-engage with others meaningfully. Studies show that scheduled downtime can improve mental clarity and reduce empathy fatigue, making it essential for highly empathetic people like INFJs. 1. Differentiate empathy from responsibility. INFJs often feel responsible for others' well-being, but it's crucial to remember that empathy doesn't equal responsibility. Understanding this distinction can help INFJs manage their empathy in a healthier way. According to Dr. Brené Brown, empathy involves understanding without taking on others' problems as your own. This distinction is essential for INFJs to maintain a healthy balance. Managing empathy fatigue as an INFJ. Empathy fatigue can take a toll on INFJs over time, leading to physical and emotional symptoms. To combat this, INFJs can practice mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness helps INFJs stay grounded, reducing the likelihood of emotional overload. Engage in hobbies. Creative hobbies like writing, art, or music can be cathartic and offer a mental escape. And connect with like-minded individuals. Connecting with other INFJs or empathic individuals can provide support and mutual understanding. For INFJs, self-preservation is a form of self-respect. By honoring their own needs, they set an example for others and model healthy empathy. Remember, protecting your energy is not selfish, it's essential. By preserving your emotional health, you're actually enhancing your ability to help others. Practicing self-respect through boundaries shows others the value of balanced empathy. Balancing empathy with self-preservation is a challenge, but it's also the key to a fulfilling and healthy life for INFJs. By setting boundaries, taking time to recharge, and remembering that empathy doesn't mean responsibility, you can navigate this dilemma with grace. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Embrace your empathy with self-compassion, and remember that preserving yourself is the ultimate act of kindness.